Connor McDavid is faster than he was a year ago, and we're saying, oh, that's not possible because he would be airborne if he's faster than last year. Well, what we saw tonight was he is indeed faster. I mean, I've never seen a player, and as long as I've been around hockey.
A new player entered the professional ice hockey world in 2015, but this was no ordinary player. At the time, little did fans know that a prodigy had entered the ice hockey rink and a legend was in the making. The name is Connor McDavid, also read as the best ice hockey player of this generation. What does McDavid do differently than his peers that makes him the most skillful hockey player of this generation? How did McDavid work his way up to the top? Watch till the end to know why Connor McDavid is called the best hockey of this generation. Ice hockey players enter the rink at the beginning of every match and exit at the end. McDavid doesn't leave the rink just like that. He gives you something you can talk about. Each time Connor McDavid enters the rink, history is scripted, and fans and the media can't help but talk about it long after the match is over and the curtains are drawn. On top of playing professional ice hockey, McDavid manages to bend the minds of fans, stun his competitors on the rink, and send the media into a frenzy. Now that sounds like a full-time job. McDavid's skill on the ice rink seems to run in the family. McDavid's father played ice hockey in high school, and his mother played recreational hockey for about a year. McDavid's parents would often find him practicing on rollerblades in the family's basement. Seeing his innate talent and love for the sport, McDavid's parents enrolled him in a hockey program in Aurora, Ontario. This is the decision that changed the trajectory of McDavid's life. If his parents did not spot his knack for ice hockey, McDavid may have found himself hating high school, just like the rest of us here. Well, but how many of us would go on to become the best ice hockey player this generation has seen? Now that's a question for another video. McDavid entered professional ice hockey shortly thereafter, and his junior career was nothing short of extraordinary. From the day he began, McDavid almost effortlessly advanced through the ranks of Canadian junior hockey. His journey has been so excellent that when McDavid was only 15 years old, he was granted the exceptional player status by Hockey Canada in 2012. This coveted title allowed McDavid to enter the Ontario Hockey League a year earlier than his peers. This is a rare honour that had only been granted to a few players before him, such as John Tavares and Aaron Ekblad. McDavid joined the Erie Otters of the OHL for the 2012, 2013 season, and he wasted no time in making his presence felt by the audience. In his rookie season, McDavid lived up to the hype, scoring 25 goals and 41 assists for 66 points in 63 games. That year ended with McDavid earning OHL Rookie of the Year award. And for those who weren't talking about this young legend in the making, this was the time they caught up to the conversation. McDavid quickly became one of the league's most talked about prospects. Over the next two seasons, McDavid continued to dominate the OHL. In the 2013-2014 season, he recorded 99 points in 56 games. He finished fourth in the league, despite having missed time due to an injury. McDavid's uncanny awareness on the ice rink led him to take charge as leader for the Otters. Under McDavid's leadership, the Otters advanced to the OHL playoffs. However, the team fell short of a championship that season. The NHL draft then selected McDavid as the first overall in the Edmonton Oilers. The Edmonton Oilers had toiled for years, only missing the playoffs by a short margin for almost 9 seasons in a row. With McDavid in 7,119 even strength minutes these past 6 seasons, Edmonton has scored 469 goals and given up 391. Without him in 16,051 minutes, Edmonton has scored 559 goals but given up 691. McDavid is Edmonton's lucky charm, or rather McDavid is so skilled that he impacts the other players in his team to do better. Call it what you want, Buffett's the Connor McDavid effect. Right when things were progressing well for McDavid and only 13 games into his NHL career, McDavid shattered his collarbone. This injury was so significant that it sidelined McDavid for almost 37 games. But despite this setback, McDavid finished his rookie season with 48 points in 45 games and earned himself a nomination for the Calder Trophy as the NHL's top rookie. The next season, McDavid fully established himself as one of the league's elite players. In 2016-2017, he became the youngest captain in NHL history at just 19 years old. The 2018-2019 season saw McDavid reach brand new heights and a career-high score of 116 points. McDavid's partnership with fellow star Leon Draisaitl became the talk of the town. This duo was often dubbed as the most potent and offensive in the NHL. McDavid went on to represent Canada in international ice hockey, McDavid first joined the Canadian senior team for the 2016 IIHF World Championship in Russia. This marked the beginning of McDavid's international career. Or rather, this is around the time when McDavid decided that he was going to turn the entire world. While McDavid provided 8 assists throughout the tournament, his first goal came in the gold medal match against Finland. He secured a 2-0 victory for Canada. This was the only score until the final second, when Matt Duchene sealed the win with an empty net goal. In the same year, McDavid captained the North American at the 2016 World Cup of Hockey, a team that was made up of rising stars such Austin Matthews and Mark Scheifele. Rising stars getting guidance from the legend himself, yes, sounds like a deadly combination. Although McDavid managed 3 assists in 6 games, Team North America narrowly missed out due to tiebreaker loss to Russia's and was eliminated after the round-robin stage. McDavid's leadership continued at the 2018 IIHF World Championship in Denmark. This time around, he was chosen to lead the Canadian team. McDavid recorded 5 goals and 13 points in the opening rounds. But call it bad luck, Canada was defeated by the United States in the bronze medal game. This was the first year that the Canadian team has finished the game without a medal in almost 4 years. But despite the team's failure, McDavid finished 3rd in the tournament with 17 points in 10 games. At this point, McDavid had garnered international attention. So what's next? The Olympics, obviously. McDavid, just like the rest of the world, was eager to compete in the 2022 Winter Olympics in Beijing. But the NHL's sudden decision to withdraw players due to COVID-19 outbreaks crushed all of our hopes. For McDavid, this was even more disappointing. He had already missed a chance to participate in the 2018 Winter Olympics due to financial concerns from the NHL. Now, having waited for 4 long years for another chance to participate, McDavid was left utterly disappointed by the league's decision. He said, "It's always been a dream of mine to play at the Olympics since I was a little kid, so to have that kind of squashed as we were getting close was disappointing, and so are we." Connor McDavid, apart from his obvious other name that is Speed, has a nickname. McJesus was born on January 13th, 1997 and became the best hockey player of this generation. He's the contemporary Sidney Crosby. I don't think there's a specific way to shut him down. These were the words of fellow ice hockey defenseman Cam Fowler. There is certainly no known way for humankind to get Connor McDavid or McJesus to shut down. There is no stopping Connor McDavid, who started out as a young prodigy and went on to become the best ice hockey player this generation has ever seen. The ice hockey world is both dumbfounded and fortunate to have a rare talent like McDavid's on the rink. If you found the life and career of ice hockey legend McDavid interesting, you know what to do. Like, share, and subscribe for more content on sport prodigies like McDavid.